Hey guys, how's it going today? We have a really exciting video for you today. We are going to be doing an FAQ, so frequently asked questions.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, we get questions all the time, a lot of the same ones. So we figured a video would be beneficial for many of you looking for answers.
Julius is playing with a squeaky toy. Can't buy him squeaky toys. Should we just jump right into it?
Yeah, of course.
We got 10 of them. So these are our opinions on these questions. You can probably get alternative answers elsewhere. This is based on our experience.
Absolutely.
And what we know. Number one, the biggest one, probably the most annoying one. Does insert food break my fast or drink?
There's a lot of angles to look at this, right?
Yes, there is. So I think when people are saying, does it break my fast? Typically they're talking about weight loss. In that context, fasting doesn't matter. If you're trying to control your glucose, control your insulin, you're trying to achieve other results like autophagy, regenerating new cells, then fasting matters. But if it's just weight loss, fasting, not fasting, it doesn't really matter.
Keeping calories constant.
But fasting can be a calorie restrictive tool.
Right. It helps you adhere to like a certain amount of calories. If you feel like you're not eating enough or you feel hungry, then having an eating window can make you feel more full because you're eating like bigger meals within maybe a 4, 6, 8 hour window and you're not able to snack all day long.
So what I would say is anything with calories in it breaks your fast. Water, coffee, tea, those don't break your fast.
What about gum?
I don't really know. I mean, if I was honestly, so like if I was being super serious, I'm going to do like an extended fast for the purpose of autophagy. I'm not chewing gum.
Yeah, I wouldn't be chewing gum either. If I just have a fasting window to adhere to my calories better and I'm wanting to just really lose weight, then I'm chewing gum out of my eating window.
Bulletproof coffee. Same thing. In the context of weight loss, a lot of times that helps people push off their first meal till longer and it's comfortable. But does it break your fast? You'd have to say yeah, right? Okay, diet sodas is another one. I forgot about these. Energy drinks, zero calorie energy drinks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would say yes, but I'm just like throwing stuff against the wall. I'm mainly just saying like if I was trying to do a very serious fast, would I be drinking diet sodas? No. If I was doing fasting for weight loss, then yeah, I would have diet sodas in my fasting window.
Yeah, exactly.
Comment below if you disagree. Number 2, how do I find my personal macros? The best way to do it, if you've never tracked anything before, you don't know how much food you should be eating, just use any macro calculator. That's a starting point, but that doesn't mean that is actually the macros you need to be eating at.
Right.
That means someone typical of your size, weight, body fat percentage should be eating that amount.
It's a base. It's a foundation to start with.
It can't take in all the factors.
Right.
What can take in all the factors is you eating at a set macros for 2 weeks, a month, tracking your results, seeing how it goes, and then adjusting from there.
So like upping your calories or decreasing your calories, depending on your goal.
The most reliable data is just going to be you learning like over time, over a couple months. Like I basically know the exact amount of calories I burn in a day because I've just been tracking for so long.
And then in regards to tracking your activity level, personally, we don't include our burned activity into our macros. So we don't
burn a ton.
Right. So we go to the gym, the bulk of our burning of calories.
We don't cycle 100 miles a day.
No. So we don't try to like make up for those calories and eat those calories. It depends on you. It depends on your job. It depends on your workout regimen. Are you an athlete? Are you performing at a high level, of athleticism? And if so, then I would probably increase my calories.
So how to know you're eating too little for yourself is you're going to be super low energy. It's going to feel like a diet.
Yeah.
It's going to feel not sustainable. I would increase my calories. How to know you're eating too many calories is basically just you're not losing weight or you're not getting the results you want. Number 3, does too much fat clog my arteries? Classic question. If you still have this question, honestly, you just need to do more research for yourself and come to your own conclusions because we're not like experts on what does and doesn't clog your arteries.
Right.
What I would say though is the data that shows that fat causes clogged arteries is correlative data based on high fat in the context of an American diet or just like a Western diet.
Right.
A lot of processed foods. So processed foods high in fat, typically soybean oil, canola oil, those foods definitely are correlated with clogging arteries. In a whole foods, low carb diet, does high fat clog arteries? We're not doctors. I would say no, definitely not.
Well, I think the misconception is that eating fat translates to like clogged fatty arteries.
It's just like conventional wisdom at this point.
Yeah.
It's wrong though.
But there's a lot of, I've watched a lot of like just like non-keto YouTubers for like workout and stuff. And they still say like, I only eat my egg whites. I throw out the yolks because, they have a lot of
You're throwing out the most nutritious food in your diet.
They have a lot of cholesterol. They have a lot of fat. And it's like, You need those things to like function.
Number 4, is this food keto? Any food, name it. Is it keto?
Carrots.
Carrots, sure. Certain like packaged
Guacamole.
bars. Guacamole. This is our definition of keto. I think it is the definition of keto, but there's other, differently defined. Yeah. So what I would say, any diet, that means any foods you consume and your body's producing ketones can be part of a keto diet.
Sure.
So could you get by with like 2 tablespoons of sugar, just like table sugar, as a part of your keto diet if you're eating no other carbs, high fat the rest of the time? Probably. Is it good to do that? No.
There's no nutrition in it.
There's no nutrition in white sugar.
So if you're gonna consume carbs, getting them from other places such as vegetables, or even like, I don't know, I'd rather consume
like nuts.
Yeah, nuts. Things add up, right? But I'd rather like even consume my carbs from like a keto treat.
Anything can be keto, as long as it fits into your daily macros that put your body into ketosis.
And then a little piece of advice is, if you are tracking for yourself and you feel really good and you're in ketosis, and then you see someone else who's eating other foods, but they're still in ketosis and they feel good, like you don't need to tell them they're not doing keto or that food's not keto.
Number 5, do I have to do intermittent fasting?
Short answer, no.
Yeah, you don't have to do intermittent fasting, but when you are really well fat adapted, maybe you've been doing keto for like 2 or 3 months, it comes more naturally. Mm-hmm. It doesn't come naturally to everyone though.
Right.
And if you feel like you're forcing it, like at first, the first time you try doing intermittent fasting, it should feel slightly forced. If you're doing it for months and you just still feel like you're forcing it, it's probably your body telling you, this ain't for me, dog.
Yeah.
So you don't need to do intermittent fasting. It is though a tool to help restrict calories. So I like to eat 2 larger meals a day, feeling full after each one. A lot of times if you're splitting your daily calories into 3 or 4 meals, you're just like always kind of hungry. I don't like that. Some people do.
That being said, it's still possible. Like I've done 3 meals, or I've eaten throughout the day, like during holidays, maybe while we're traveling, when we're out with friends on vacation. Do I need to intermittent fast in order to lose more weight? Or will I lose more weight if I intermittent fast? The quick answer is no.
Outside of calorie restriction, there's no magical weight loss properties to fasting. So like 2,000 calories intermittent fasting, 2,000 calories eating 4 meals a day, same weight loss. Number 6, how do I build muscle on keto?
The age-old question.
You can build muscle on keto. It's the same basic principles of building muscle on a high carb diet. Eating at a calorie surplus, breaking down your muscles through resistance training. Those are the 2 things.
Hey, Matt and Megan, you obviously don't have bodybuilder bodies. You don't even look like you're fit or work out. Go look at other YouTubers. There's other YouTubers that do a keto diet that are bodybuilders and they are crushing it. So like, don't even take our word for it. You can see it's possible to do. Number 7.
I'm not losing weight. What's the problem? Okay, so there is one very typical window of time when people struggle with this.
Yeah.
You lose weight week 1, 2, maybe week 3, like a lot of weight. Then like 4 through 7, just nothing. Maybe you're even gaining weight. This is the very common cycle of weight loss on a keto diet. Your initial weight loss, mostly water weight. Mm-hmm. So that just like drops off like crazy. Then you're not fully fat adapted, but you're eating a keto diet with no carbs, high fat. Right. Your body's figuring stuff out. You're not dropping weight those next weeks. Then your body figures it out. You become fat adapted. You're burning through fat more efficiently. You lose weight at a steady pace from then on out. Maybe not like straight down, of course, because your body doesn't want to just drop all this weight. It's like a survival mechanism, right? It wants to have some fat. If you've been doing keto for an extended period of time and then you hit a plateau, the best answer I really have is just to stick with it.
As you're progressing and you are continuously losing weight, you don't want it to be linear. I mean, it's natural for your body to have fluctuations day to day. And if you wake up tomorrow morning and you step on the scale and you're 1 pound heavier, that's not fat. That didn't happen overnight. A lot of people wake up, Matt's waking up 8 pounds heavier. That's not 8 pounds of fat.
Yeah, you gotta track weekly and the trajectory is what matters.
I'm a big proponent of not utilizing the scale as the only tool to measure your success. Take pictures, guys. Like for me, Matt doesn't even do pictures as much, but like for me, that's huge because my body, the composition changes, especially for females. Like we want to lose in certain places. We want to like spot drop fat, but like that's not possible. So taking pictures really helps you like hone in and be like, wow, like I have seen some changes. Even if like the pounds aren't dropping, like my body's changing, I'm feeling really good.
Number 8, do I need to count carbs from veggies?
I think the real question is, why wouldn't you count carbs from veggies?
Why wouldn't you count things that go into your mouth, I guess?
A good reason that maybe people say not to count carbs is because a lot of people coming from a standard American diet aren't eating vegetables. You're not like eating healthy foods to begin with. So get as many veggies as you can in and you'll feel full. And those are definitely a better option than like chips. So maybe that's a reason why, you know, you don't want to count and stress out about the veggie carbs.
It's kind of the Weight Watchers method where there's like free foods so that you eat more of them because all the healthy foods are free. Do I count the carbs in my spinach and stuff that I eat? Probably not, because it's just pretty much negligible. I don't know. If you're eating higher carb vegetables that really add up, Brussels sprouts, and you're not getting results, it all comes down to if you're getting results, then you maybe want to change things up. And my whole thing is, if you're not tracking it, then you can't really go back and see what the issues could be. Then you're just kind of left guessing.
Exactly. You don't get an accurate picture of what is actually happening in your body with your weight changes, with your progress pics, whatever.
But this is more personal preference, up to you, whatever you want.
So if we are in a strict tracking period, we are counting everything that goes into our mouth.
Number 9, how do I know I'm in ketosis?
I used to like just rattle off like the signs, the telltale signs. So like increased energy, better control over hunger and cravings. Now my question to you is, knowing you're in ketosis, what does that change for you? Unless it's like therapeutic or medical purpose.
So I guess if you're doing keto and maybe you're not feeling that much different, then you're wondering like, am I actually doing it right?
Right.
That makes sense. The easiest way to know you're in ketosis is if you eat under 20 grams of net carbs for a week at the most. Human beings enter ketosis by default.
Yeah.
So that's just a done deal, basically. But there are signs, I guess, like you have more focus, energy. And I guess the biggest one would probably be not feeling tired after lunch.
Many people even say they don't get any of those signs. They're still always hungry. They're still like tired. I mean, then evaluate the foods you're eating.
If that's the case, I would say you're probably not eating enough fat. You're doing lower fat than normal. Number 10, what do I do when I get to my goal weight?
Find another goal.
This is a funny one to me.
Because you're always evolving. Like you're ever evolving.
So goal weights don't exist. I mean, are you ever going to get to a point where you're just like, man, I'm happy with my body. That's perfect as it is.
Yeah.
You either want to gain weight or at least like gain muscle. I guess I want to stay around this weight, but with more muscle, less fat. The idea behind this question seems like I'm doing this diet to get to my goal weight so then I can go back to what I want to eat. Most people, I think, that do get to their goal weight through doing a keto diet find that it's just a sustainable way of eating they want to stick with.
It's put them in a position to make better, longer lasting changes. So like maybe you're not so focused on your weight anymore. Maybe you want to like clear the acne on your face. Maybe you want to work on your psoriasis. So like gut healing, that's what I'm doing. You know, there's so many more things you can do outside of just like goal weight, done.
Bonus question. What do you do in social situations? Like maybe out to eat with the family?
Oh, you're gonna die. You're gonna drop dead on the keto diet.
That's what they say? I've never
You
really
should be eating
come
fries.
across
You're
this.
too thin.
Yeah, I guess people say that sometimes.
My dad says that.
I've never gotten the thing like you're gonna die though.
A lot of people want to be able to like defend the keto diet via science and via like the knowledge and the articles and like throw that in your face. But personally, I think the best route to go, if you want them to just like hop off, to go the personal route. Like, hey, this is something I've been doing for 2 months. I've had a lot of success. I feel really good. This is the one thing that's always worked for me. And they're not going to refute that and be like, no, this hasn't worked for you. Like you can do this and it's better. Like no one's going to attack you for your like beliefs or your personal values. I think that's the best route to go if you're really uncomfortable, or if you're out with friends and they're like, why aren't you chugging the beers with us and eating the nachos? Be like, I feel better when I don't drink beer and I don't eat nachos, but get wings, you know? You're still eating and you're still like a human being. You're just cutting some foods out that don't make you feel good. That's okay. Bonus question. What do you do when you have a really naughty dog? Like this one.
Give him treats all day.
We just give him treats. We spoil him.
He's really growing into a nice young man though.
I know.
A little feminine, for sure.
He's very good at ballet. Like when he pees, he lifts his leg up like this high. So he's very flexible.
All right, guys, those are the most frequently asked questions about a keto diet.
Comment below with questions that we missed out on. We'll try to hit those, maybe make a second follow-up video. We love you. Stay focused, stay hungry. We'll see you soon.